So the message of this video is titled crossover/transition, enter into God's rest. So for those of you who have just exited your wilderness season, where you've been kind of going around that same mountain of cycles or same situations, and maybe it took a while for you to pass the test that God kept allowing to come your way, but you finally have passed the test, and that season of the wilderness season is completed. And this is a video for those of you who know your season, but particularly for those of you who just exited the wilderness season and now you have physically crossed over, not only spiritually but physically crossed over to where the Lord needs you to be, and you kind of find yourself in that in-between space. You're not in your old familiarity of where you used to be, or old season. You know something has shifted, you see it, you feel it, the whole 9 yards, but you're not yet in the promise of what the Lord has said, but you're getting there. You're forward moving. Okay, so for those of you, I'm speaking to those of you who have not only spiritually transitioned over, crossed over, but also physically as well. And so this video is for you. So you have been purified by the fire of God. You've been tested. Those cycles that once held you bound for so many years has finally been broken off, etc. Then you know this video is for you. But still take it back to God for further clarification. So now that you have physically crossed over and you're in that in-between space before getting to your promise, the Lord is calling you to rest. Okay? He doesn't want you to worry about your day-to-day. He wants you to know that whatever you need, He will take care of. Because if He brought you to a certain place, it's His job to take care of you. It's not your job to figure out how this and that is going to go, or how are you going to get here, there, whatever. It's God's job when He sends you different places or to a specific place. Because God is, before He even sends you anywhere, He always goes ahead of you to make sure, the way is prepared. But the way can be prepared, but you have to have that courage and boldness to walk through it. Even though you may be unsure about some things, commit all those worries and concerns and fears to the Lord, and just know that He will give you the strength and the grace that you need, and the mercy. The Bible says He gives you new mercies each and every day. So we need to take hold of that and know that we don't have to be in a spirit of fear concerning day-to-day life, but know that God got you. And as you see God just start to show up in certain areas of your life, it starts to build this sort of trust of knowing that, okay, God truly says that in His word, He will never leave you nor forsake you. And you start to see like the promises of God in your face. And when you start to see action behind the words in the Bible that God has said or spoken to you directly, it's like you can trust that He's going to show up and not leave you, because God is not like man. There is no failure with Him. There may be hard seasons and stuff like that, or lessons where the Lord is trying to teach you something, but God doesn't fail and He doesn't lose any battles. He sits on the He sits on the throne. So if God sits on the throne and He is in control of everything. Okay, there's nothing that goes under His radar. So if you know that, then you know that if he feeds the animals, he feeds wildlife and whatnot, you don't have to worry about how you're going to get food, water, or what you need for each day, but trust that God will provide you with your needs, because Matthew 6:33 says that if you put God first above all else, if you put God first, all else will be added onto you. So you gotta reiterate the promises of God, especially in those moments, and increase your prayer time and just devotional time with the Lord, and allow the peace of God to fall upon you.